flex right stack, 394 dragon smoke, chill, turbo, suffer right. Y2, green right off nasty, pound 2, Y2, the X base back. Don't that feel good with the crowd behind you? You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back in the Huddle, the podcast where we discuss everything fantasy football and how it relates to the best of the best fantasy football league. We're your hosts. I'm Sky,
I'm Gus.
and we're back to discuss all things Week 9. Let's go.
We are back. Glad to be back. It's the Halloween edition.
Absolutely.
I feel like we
Absolutely.
left and all hell broke loose.
Literally, in every single way.
Yes, it's a big week. We got a lot to discuss. But just so for those of y'all who don't know, Skylar and I are planning on training for the next 6 to 9 months for the for the flag football Olympics, for the tryout team, for the Olympics team. And
Put me out there, tight end.
You gonna block only though. You gonna
Nah, I'm not trying to do the dirty work. I'm trying to stay pretty.
Look, my hamstrings ain't ready for all that, but
Every time you play football, you come back with a hamstring injury.
It comes with age, man. You'll get there someday.
I hope someday.
Not. So yeah, this week was real busy. We had a trade deadline for the NFL. Our league deadline is until the 18th, so it's coming up. So get your trades in.
Get them in.
I did have some noticeable trades I wanted to go over real quick. Chase Young to the 49ers. Cheat code.
Crazy. I feel like Washington is just gonna. Washington is Washington, man.
Yeah.
You don't expect much from them. Like both Montez Sweat and Chase Young gone.
Yeah.
And
they couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford it.
I don't know, man.
Because they just paid some other players on defense. They couldn't afford both, and
they could at least kept one.
I think they should have kept Young, but he would have cost more. I think that's probably why they let them both go.
But he was younger.
Yeah. So yeah, Montez Sweat to the Bears. Got a higher pick back for him.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of surprised about. Josh Dobbs to the Vikings because Cousins is gone.
And so is your season.
Yeah.
Just kidding, though.
No, it's over.
No, man. I was looking at your roster and I'm just thinking you had a lot of potential.
Why waste your time?
Man, you got a guy in Heineke who can put up some numbers.
If he plays the rest of the year, which we'll get into, but if he plays the rest of the year, he could be a serviceable quarterback. I have a lot of players in my team with a lot of upside, but right now with Adams not doing nothing and Keenan being up and down, the floor keeps falling out.
Mm-hmm.
So I need something to happen.
But then you get Kyler. You got Kyler. He practiced today in full.
Yeah,
he's coming back.
Think so?
It's not like he might start in the next game. After this game coming up, like in the next 2 games, he'll probably start.
Yeah, we'll see.
So it's not like your season is done. Like, let's not do that. Don't call it in so quick.
I'm still gonna try, of course, but I'm not.
Of course,
I got 4 leagues, and this league is like I'm first, third, and third other 3 leagues. In this league, I'm just ninth now. So yeah, I'm not really.
I don't know. I feel like
optimistic.
The league I feel like it's wide open though.
With all these injuries, it's becoming a little more wide open. But I'm not a heavy hitter, right? I'm not a heavy hitter right now. And the last pick I wanted to go over, or last trade I wanted to go over, which I thought was kind of relevant, was Peoples Jones to the Lions.
Oh yeah, they definitely needed another receiver.
And I thought that was relevant because you have Jameson Williams just came back, so I wonder if that means they're trying to they're losing hope in him or losing faith in him to really pan out because you really didn't need the extra receiver. I didn't think they really need.
I think he's still learning. I think he's still learning, and he's trying to knock off rust. And they're trying to win now, and so they're like, we can't just wait. So we're trying to get anybody to help.
Yeah,
and hopefully during the season, he maturates to what he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. It's just a progression. I don't know. Maybe it's taking him a little longer. I don't think he's been playing that bad, but. He had a couple bad drops, but one was a DPI that they didn't call, so Just tough breaks for him. I think he's
But
gonna recover though.
but how many more weeks do we give him to get there?
It's been a while for him, man. It's
But
not
he's
like
been
he's
back
had
for
a
a
full
while
off
too.
season. How many games has he been back for? 3?
So week 9, so came back a week 2, didn't he? A week 3? No, week 4.
No, he was suspended.
Yeah, but he had 4 games, right? He been back a while. He been back long enough.
That's what I'm
For
saying.
him,
But it's only been like 4 or 5 games. Like, give him a chance. It
that's what I'm
hasn't
saying.
been
So
like 12 games.
so how many
You
more
know,
games do we give him until you say I'm done with
I'll
him?
give him. I'll give him the playoff run. Like,
So at the end of the year, he has the rest of the
yeah,
year to show improve.
yeah.
I don't know if I had that much patience. I may give
Why?
him. I drafted him for the high upside. Um, I expected to see a lot sooner than this because he ended end of the year with decent production with that one game,
Yeah,
but I wanted to see him jump off of that and be more of that 1-2 punch like Devontae Adams and AJ
yeah,
Brown. Um, but he hasn't, or like Tyreek Hill and Waddle. But I'm waiting
yeah.
for that, and I don't know how long I'm gonna wait for that.
I guess that makes sense.
And then so some more news. You see, Josh McDaniels got fired. That was recently,
Man,
and the OC
super
and the GM.
crazy.
So I'm
Man,
looking at this like they're cleaning the house, and I hope that Adams now can get some targets and some catches
man.
because it's been
And
hurting
what's
me.
and what's crazy is McDaniels is the first NFL coach to get fired before the end of a second season by 2 different teams. That's
I think he's a
crazy.
good OC. He's just not
And
a good head
he
coach.
had a 6-year
But there's a
deal
lot of
and couldn't
guys
even
like
make
that
it.
in the league. A lot of guys like
Yeah,
that are
but he's
really
like
good at
I
being an
think
OC
he's
or
just a
DC.
yeah, I think he's just a really good offensive coach. Like he's really good at play calling, but as far as losing, but he's had some bad breaks as well. But like the GM got fired as well, so
Yeah.
it
I
is
did
what it
hear a
is.
rumor though. I was speaking of the Commanders earlier that they try and get Bill Belichick over there. You hear about that?
Oh, I did not hear about that.
There's a rumor saying that behind the scenes they're working out a trade to get Bill Belichick to the Commanders because
That's
he just signed
crazy.
that extension recently. So
Oh,
they,
dang,
yes, so he owns the
that's
rights to him
crazy.
still. Yeah, I don't think I want him though.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the league kind of passing them by a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it's showing in their record.
Yeah, yeah. So moving on to some more recent trades and moves. Of course, I made a trade with you, uh,
Absolutely.
Dak Prescott for DK, and I still stand by that trade. However, in hindsight, I would not have done it had I known I would lose Kirk Cousins the same day I made the trade.
Super crazy, and I'm super thankful that we made that trade agreement a week ago. So
I started to pull back. I was like,
right,
I can't
you
renege on
get
it, but
close.
it was sitting there for like a week.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh man, like the longer you sit and look at it and think at it, you're like, I don't know. But I'm just like, I need that. And then he had a big game, went off.
So full disclosure, I actually texted Mario. I said, "Hey Mario, would you give me a running back for Dak?" And he was like, "Hell no." But if he was willing to do that, I would want to be like, "Well, I might have to go back on my trade. 'Cause I need a running back more than anything else right now." But now Mario shut it down real quick, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just take DK and hope for the best." And then I was good with it. And then as soon as Kirk went down, I was like, "Well, there goes that." I just lost 2 quarterbacks the same fucking day. Like
Yeah, that was a tough break. I feel like that happened to you a couple years ago.
I had like the worst luck in my league as of recently. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Crystal Core towards 8 is Achilles. I'm sorry, and he's done for the year. Matt Stafford has a UCL sprain or whatever it's called in his right thumb, throwing
Yeah.
thumb.
I feel like he has those hand injuries consistently year in and year out. Like he's always hitting his hand on somebody's helmet or like some crazy thing just happens to his hand.
Well, what's even crazier is I was looking at Mario's team, and Mario has Stafford, Ritter, and and Watson. So there's a possibility that Morrow can go into the game this week with no quarterbacks
Oh,
because Stafford looks like he's not going to play this week. They say it's a
yeah.
game time decision at this point, but I think
I
he's not.
think he'll play. I think he'll play.
We'll see. They have a bye week next week, so I think it's
They
best
give
to
him
just
extra
sit him,
rest.
get them extra rest, come back week 11 strong. So he's a bye week, and then Ritter's already out. They already got Heineke playing
Yeah.
for him, and then Watson. Who knows? At this point, who knows he plays this week? He's limited, but he's been limited for the past few weeks. So, and I saw this, and I'm like, Ritter, he got hit, his head
Yeah.
injury.
I mean, and they cleared. He
cleared
cleared
him,
concussion protocol. So
but Heineke
that
balled,
just shows. Yeah, that just shows how well Heineke played.
and I saw
And
that
it's like,
coming.
it's like because they're losing faith in him. Like they're trying to win, but are they trying to win?
Facts.
What did they try to pull? What was a headache stopping them?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. All I heard was that he had a concussion. He had the concussion protocol. They cleared him. I think now they're just saying precaution or something like that. But I figured they pull this and to see how Heineke plays again. If Heineke balls out again, then they're gonna say, "Hey, we're making a change."
Right.
Because at that point, you can't go back to Ritter. The whole fan base
I
gonna get
mean,
mad. But he's stubborn though. Arthur Smith is real stubborn.
yeah.
So I can see him still staying with Ritter just because.
I don't know. I feel like London's been more productive. He's getting more touches.
He is.
So that makes him look good. Pitts as well. He's been looking better.
So how you feel
I don't
about
know.
Deshaun Watson though? Because I think Deshaun Watson hasn't been the same ever since they denied his ability to play with booty holes. So I feel like ever since then he
Yikes.
can get right. And I
Did you
have
see
him.
what happened with his quarterback coach and Brady Quinn?
Nah.
Oh my goodness, Brady Quinn on Twitter was going back and forth with his quarterback coach, and then he said something along the lines of like, "Let's get down to the massage of it all." Like, just went in, bro. Like, I read
Wow.
that first sentence and I was like, "Wow." And it was just wild. It was just wild. So that was the interaction then, but I don't know. I think he was starting to play better before he got hurt. I think he might have been
He was
turning a corner. He was being
you think
more
he's still back to his old
serviceable.
self?
No, I don't think he
Serviceable.
gets back there. Yeah, but I'm
Because you don't
saying
draft Watson
serviceable.
to be serviceable.
You don't.
So we got
I just don't know
something else.
if his career recovers, but I hope it does.
I hope so too, but I think this might be the future of his play.
Yeah, when it's gone, it's gone.
We got Leonard Fournette going to the Bills, signed with the Bills.
Yep.
Relevant, but not big news. Feel bad for my Cook shares I have right now.
I'm just like, I don't know why they even signed him.
Yeah, why they
Honest.
don't get the ball to Cook a lot more? I mean, this man is
I like
he
the
has
way he
ability.
plays.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just kind of
Um.
like, well, I don't know the thoughts about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy over there. I think their offense right now is kind of I won't say it's in shambles, but it has been kind of lacking.
Yeah. I mean, but then that's where they can do these things, well, we can start talking about AI and football. What metrics
Yeah.
are they using to get better? Helping with player personnel and how things line up. Amazon's been using an in-house ML neural network that recognizes defensive players, going through schemes and showing blitzes before they happen and live on television. It's
Mm-hmm.
really interesting to show how technology is moving and progressing the game of football. Is pretty crazy how accurate it is.
Well, let's get into it. So that's the main topic for today is the AI and football. But I saw the Amazon game, the AI tools, and I wasn't fully impressed. Like I was literally watching the linebackers. Everyone that got circled that said they were going to blitz. I'm like, you going to blitz? You going to blitz? And they don't blitz. And I'm like, where's the accuracy? Where's the accuracy in this? I mean, I know it's early. It's still the first season they put this out, but still, I'm like, y'all touting this and saying how good it is. I'm sitting there watching linebackers, and ain't none of them blitz. They all go into coverage. So, and I'm watching the receivers, and I know they show which ones are gaining separation, and I feel like none of them do. the little icon don't light up green unless they like wide open. So I don't know what the metric is to say what's separation of
Right.
coverage. But I think
That's
that
true.
there are a lot of sensors and a lot of information out there on the field with all the cameras. It's crazy, but
And
I mean,
the new
how do you feel?
angles.
Yeah, the angles.
The angles are crazy. The one with Bijan catching the one-handed, like
Yeah.
in slow motion above the head, like, oh my gosh, that was beautiful camera work. And I'm just wondering, like, what technology is that taking to get that angle of where the camera's that close or the lens has that close of depth
They
where
had
you
that
can see
camera
so
over the
crisp?
field. You don't
Yeah,
see that?
and so
See, it's just
yeah,
sliding back and forth from that string.
yeah, but it looks so much closer in the video than how far it is from in real life. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's gonna get only better. You know, you got to start somewhere. And I mean, AI has been used in football for a long time, with like predictability on fourth down and
Yeah.
chance to win. You know, that's super big on Sunday Night Football.
Right.
And I feel like it's pretty accurate of what you would probability have for a team, and so that's how they do betting odds.
So, but let me ask you this question though. So there's the metric portion of it, which is of course phenomenal. But I'm watching the AWS AI game where they're showing the defensive alerts and the prime targets and all that. And I'm wondering if the average fan is actually going to continue to watch that because, like, for you and I, and for a few guys in this league that were like, really into it, like that was interesting to watch for me. But like the casual fan doesn't really care to watch all that stuff. They want to just kind of get a beer, some pizza, sit back and not really think about anything. They want to just watch the game unfold and not really have to worry about what's the metrics on this and what's the metrics on that. So I figure like I like the option to have it, but I'm wondering how popular it really get. Do you think that the casual fans actually gonna get into this?
I think it's a good starting point if you're trying to get new fans, and I think that's the NFL's biggest number one priority is growth. Which is why they're doing the international things and pushing the game so far to have even, the Olympics, like flag football. So I don't know. It's just interesting to see.
Yeah, so it was good, and I saw that the inventor or the guy who programmed it was an offensive lineman for I forget what team it was. So I thought it was pretty smart to see his perspective. When he calls the mic and he calls some of the coverages stuff like that. He points it out so from his point of view, I can see where they could begin and then they could build from there. So yeah, it was it's interesting. I'm gonna keep watching it, but I'm gonna keep pointing out when they fail.
You just want to hate.
Just because
Like, that don't work. That's supposed to work better. Okay, you want perfection. I like it.
So let's get into these picks. So I put together a tally. We can keep track of this year round. So you're at 5-5. I'm at 4-6. I make more controversial picks. You just go for what for what looks good. We missed week 8, so let's go over what we did for week 7. Let's see here. I picked for me in BK. I picked myself. I was wrong, of course. BK won. You picked BK. We both picked Chase over. Was it Chase over Mario?
Yeah.
And did he win? Yeah, he won.
No, Chase won.
And then we both picked Clarence over Chris. Easy. Both won. And then we both picked Eamon over Ray. And Ray actually won.
Yeah.
And then of course you and
I'm always choose me though.
I'm not. This week I'm not. I'm doing the opposite thing. I'm no longer choosing myself. Because I keep losing, so I'm picking this week. I'm gonna pick Mario over me, even though Mario has no QBs. I'm picking Mario over me.
I mean, I'll make it work.
So yeah,
Make
so
it work.
it's 5-5-4-6. This week we have me versus Mario. Like I said, I got Mario. Who you got?
Oh, I do not have Mario.
You got me over Mario? Don't jinx
Yeah,
me, bro.
yeah.
I don't
I
need that
got
in
it.
my
I got
life.
it with an upset. I'm gonna go for you.
All right, I'll take that. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I'm gonna pick you over Clarence because he has Devonta Smith who's been underwhelming, and
yeah.
I think Baker Mayfield, even though for NFL he's the greatest quarterback, but for fantasy
For fantasy,
he's been doing pretty good.
right.
So I got you over Clarence.
Same. I'll go for that.
Go figure.
Yeah,
I got Chase over Chris. You got
yeah.
upset there? You got upset there?
No,
No.
man, we're gonna collect that W.
Now, this one's funny. I'll let you go first for Ray and Quan.
I'm gonna go Quan.
You gonna go Quan? I'm
Yeah,
picking the
I think
upset
it's
for
too.
Ray. I'm
Oh
picking the upset for
no,
Ray.
I think it
Look,
seems more explosive.
and it hurts to say that because I don't like agreeing with Ray. It's my boy, but we're not gonna use this platform to say too much nice things about Ray. But Ray is 7-1. They're both 7-1 actually, and he keeps pulling it out. He keeps pulling it out. I can't go against him too many times.
I'm
So
gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna stick to my guns, man. I'm gonna stick to my guns.
okay. I mean, it's Quan does have that combination with Tyreek and Tua and
And
Waddle.
it
I
just
mean,
goes crazy.
and they go crazy every week.
Right.
But God forbid Tua go out, then this team is gonna be that drained.
Hey, stop that. I don't want to hear that.
I got Tua in another league as well, so I don't need him to
Yeah.
play as well.
Calm down, big fella.
And then we got Eamon versus BK. I got BK.
I got BK as well.
Damn. Sorry, Eamon.
My sincerest apologies.
Nothing but love, Eamon. Yeah, it's already missed week 8, but we'll get back to it. I think that was our bye week. We're gonna move forward from here. I think it's good picks though. I think it's good picks. I think we should start doing some bets next time.
Yeah, I
Start doing
agree with
some.
that as well.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But that's all we got this week. So thanks for joining us. See you next week in the huddle.
Peace.
Gun, flex right stack, 394 Dragon Smoke.